Welcome guys to another tutorial video on the Meet Damien channel here, where in today's video we're going to talk about how to leverage trade and day trade on MEXC cryptocurrency exchange, which is one of the favorite cryptocurrency exchanges that I like to use when I'm doing day trades here on my live streams. And I think it's a good cryptocurrency exchange for a lot of people to get involved here because they have some of the lowest fees, trading fees out of all the cryptocurrency exchanges here. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at MEXC exchange here. So you can see here, this is what MEXC exchange looks like. Okay. Once you get set up, this is the complete setup for MEXC exchange. What I do like about MEXC is that they have a lot of trading pairs here. You do have XRP, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, to name a few of the coins here, AVAX, Cardano, Pepe, Ethereum, and Bitcoin itself, of course. Okay, so these are some of the spot trades that you can make if you don't want to do leverage trading. But if you do want to do leverage trading on MEXC and start doing day trading with leverage, then you're gonna have to take money from your spot account and move it over to your futures account, and transferring money from spot to futures. So we're going to transfer money from the spot to the futures account. We're going to do about 500 US dollar tether here, USDT, and we transfer, and we're going to fund the futures account. Okay, so now you can go into your futures account and start trading with the money that you want to trade with. Okay. So now, trade on MEXC exchange, you do have some futures that you can trade here. You have Bitcoin perpetuals, Ethereum perpetuals, Solana perpetuals, XRP perpetuals, Dogecoin perpetuals, all kinds of futures that you can trade here on MEXC exchange. Okay, we're going to stick to just trading Bitcoin perpetual futures, and we have all sorts of options that we have here. But starting off on the right here, okay, you got to figure out what kind of leverage you want to use. With MEXC, there's all kinds of leverage that you can use. You can just stick to just 1x leverage, which I'm not sure why you would do that, because you would just do regular spot trading in that case. But you could do 2x, 5x, 10x leverage. You can even do crazy amounts where you do 100x leverage, which I wouldn't recommend to beginners or new investors out there. Okay, because it doesn't take much for the spot price to move before you get stopped out of your trade. Okay, but even ridiculous than that, they do have leverage of 200x going up to 500x, and you can see that when I do that, it's going to show you right here that they have a disclaimer saying that anything more than 200x increases your risk of liquidation, and you should ensure proper risk management. Okay, I'm actually going to stick to 10x leverage, which I think is good for most beginner investors, and just most traders out there should start with 10x leverage. Okay, so we're going to do 10x leverage on this trade that we're going to try to open up here. And over here, you do have the option of doing isolated or cross margin. I suggest you stick with isolated margin, especially for beginning traders. With cross margin, it gets a little bit complicated. You start dipping into some of the money in other trades here, and you probably don't want to do that because you'll end up messing up another trade of yours that's doing pretty well. Okay, so I just stick to isolated leverage here. Make sure that's clicked on and confirm that. Okay, and then moving on from there, you have two options that you can make where you can do a limit or a market order. I like doing market orders so I can get in right away, unless there's a specific price that I want to get into. And if there's a specific price I want to get in at, then I would click a limit order here on MEXC exchange here. Okay, but in this case, we're just going to do a market order so we can get in, and I can show you how to open up a trade real quick here. Okay, I am going to try to do about 1% here. You can determine how much percentage you want out of your account for your margin. Okay, I am doing this based on the demo account, which I also suggest you guys might want to do, is do a demo account before you start using your actual money here. We're not using my actual money here to show you this tutorial video here, but when you are ready to start using your actual money, that's when you would do regular trading here on MEXC versus doing a demo account. Okay. Anyways, so on the demo account, I do have, it says here $49,995 available on the demo account. They give you the option to have 50,000. If you ever want to replenish the account here, you can just claim some more demo money and confirm. All right, and it brings it up to, like, if you want $50,000 here. Okay. Moving on from there. So we got to figure out what we want to do for a trade here. Okay. I'm just going to use 1% of the account. 1% of 50,000 is almost like $500 here. So the margin for this trade is going to be about roughly $499. I couldn't really get $500 there, but that's fine. And we now have to figure out what our take profit and stop loss, because I usually want to get into a trade. I want to know what my stop loss is going to be, and I want to know what my take profit is. In this case, Bitcoin's at 91,507. So maybe I put the stop loss at 91,000. And as you're typing in those numbers, you'll see right over here on the bottom of the screen, it says that if you're in the long, you'll lose about $26 on this trade on the stop loss. And then take profit, I'll put it as 93K is what I think Bitcoin could get to later on this week. And if that's if this trade plays out, then I will make about $81. It shows you right there. For a long, you'll make $81. Okay. If you're shorting it, negative $81. But if you're gonna do a short, then you probably have the prices set differently here. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So on this long, you'll make $82. On the stop, you'll lose $25, and I think that's acceptable for this trade here. And I will move on down to where it says open long. I'll click the open long, and it will put me in an open long. Just verify the work one more time. You're going to take profit at $93,000, stop loss at $91,000. Your estimated liquidation price, if you didn't have a stop loss, then you'll lose the money that you put in this case, about $500. You'll lose all of that money if the price drops down to $82,400 here. And the estimated entry price is going to be at $91,477. That's nice to know. And then the margin used, I'm using $500 of my money here, guys. Okay, or in this case, the demo account money here to get started in this trade. So I click open long, and you'll see the order gets filled completely and immediately here because it's a market order. And you can see down here on the bottom, I am in a 10x long. Because I'm in a 10x long, all right, that leverage, you multiply the amount of margin that you're in, right, with $498 of your money, or in this case, the demo account money, and you multiply that by 10, and it gives you your position. I have now I have a $4,978 position in Bitcoin, but I only needed to use $500 or roughly $500 of my own money here, okay, to open up that big of a position here, okay. Moving on to what we got here. Right now, you can see that the trade has an unrealized P&L, profit and loss. I'm actually up about $1.78 on this trade and up about 0.35% percentage gain here, okay? Moving on to the right here, okay? If I wanted to get out of this trade, all right, I could close a long, okay? Sometimes I like to take partial profits when I'm up. And if I want to take partial profits and not take the whole trade out, then I will click on the the close long button here. You could do it at market price if you want to get out right now, okay? Or you can just type in whatever price you want. So if in this case, maybe I want to get out at $92,000 Bitcoin, and I want to take out 50% of the position here, and I put at 50. If I can scroll there, okay. And then it's going to show you that you're going to take out, $2,500 worth of your position here, and your estimated P&L will be about $13 if it gets up to like 92K here. You click the close long, boom, verify it one more time. You're going to make about $13 if you close it at that price. Awesome. Okay. Now going back to the charts here, okay, you can see that I now have a possible close long position here at 92K. So when Bitcoin gets up to 92K, it will close out that long there. Okay. Also here, you can see that there's a stop loss here. Stop loss is set at 91K. If you had to change and adjust it, you can actually click the order here and adjust it. So like I could adjust it to like maybe like 91,200. Okay, and it just tells you that when your stop loss is close to the actual price, that it could be triggered immediately. It's just a warning here. All right, so if Bitcoin does go down to $91,246 here, I'll get stopped out. Okay. Also, I can also do the same thing and adjust my long if I change my mind and I want to, maybe close it out at like 92.5K. I can do that as well. Okay. And as far as my take profit is also here at 93K. And 93K was where I plan on taking the rest of my profits here. Now, let's say I want to change my mind and I want to go into a short. If I want to do that, I can click the reverse button here and it will take whatever I had for position size and it will immediately change it over to a short with the same position size. So if I click on that, you'll see that it'll immediately go from a long to a short, and then you just click confirm and it's going to change all your work here. Okay, you're now in a 10x short here, okay, with reverse. But however, I have no more take profit or stop loss. I would have to adjust my take profit and stop loss by adding it back in one more time here. Okay, in this case, let's say I want to short Bitcoin down to $80,000. Okay, I can put that in there, and then my stop loss. We'll say my stop loss. I want my stop loss at 93K. So if at 93K, I might lose $81, and I'll be down 16% if Bitcoin actually jumps up to 93K. And then here for my take profit, I'll actually make $625 here, and I'll have a profit of about 125% if Bitcoin actually goes to $80,000 here. Click confirm, and now you have your take profit and stop loss is now set in MEXC exchange here. So hopefully after going through that quick run through about the trading on MEXC here, you guys can understand how to trade on MEXC a little bit better here. If I wanted to close the short immediately that I'm in, like I just did, I can click this chart right here where it says close short, and I can get out of that position right now. Okay, and I'll do that as of now. I'm going to click close short, and it gets you out of the position immediately. Okay. Just showing you guys one more time here how to open a short now on MEXC exchange here. Okay, just doing it from the beginning. It's the same thing as opening up a long. You got to figure out, are you going to do a market or a limit order? In this case, we'll do a limit order. And right now, the price of Bitcoin is trading at $91,465. Let's say I want to get in at $91,480. Okay. And you put in your quantity one more time. In this case, we'll do maybe like 2% of the position. Okay. And just to get into it immediately, I'll actually go ahead and click open short, and I can adjust the take profit and stop loss later. Okay. So in this case, I need about $999 a margin, about $1,000 to open up this short. And I'll be able to control about roughly $10,000 with 10x leverage here. Okay. So I'll go ahead and click the open short. And I actually got filled immediately because the price is actually at $91,483, which is better than selling it at $91,480. So I'm immediately in the short position here. And once again, you can go in here, and I don't suggest you add the take profit stop loss after you put in the trade. But if you forget to put in the stop loss and the take profit, then you should try to do that by actually entering your stop loss. In this case, I'm going to put the stop loss at 91,000. Actually, I'll put it at 92,000. Okay. And take profit, I'll put the take profit at 87K here. Okay. In this case, I'll make $487 if Bitcoin actually goes to $87,000. And if Bitcoin goes to $92,000, I only lose about $56 here in this trade and have a loss about like 5.6%. Okay. Click confirm. And now you take profit and stop losses in there on MEXC exchange here. Okay. And another thing I want to show you guys, if you need to get out of a trade immediately, right, for whatever reason, and you don't have time to click that close short button on the chart here, if you're already down here, you can click flash close. I don't suggest you do this unless you need to get out of that trade right away, okay? Because when you click flash close, it's not going to ask you for a warning. It's just going to immediately sell and close the position entirely at market price without trying to look for the best price either, okay? So if you click that, I mean, you get one last warning here. It gives you an estimated P&L, and you click close short, and you can get out of that position immediately with a flash close, which I won't suggest you do unless you just want to get out of it and not have to think about it, okay? But yeah, guys, that is a brief rundown on how to trade on MEXC exchange, how to trade futures, how to open and close the position, how to go on a long or a short, and what, a little bit about using margin there, and a little bit about using leverage as well. Be on the lookout for some more tutorial videos like this in the future, where I show you guys how to become better traders and how to use the actual tools here. What I suggest for you guys who are new to trading is to actually go on MEXC exchange when you finally do set up your account, and actually go over to demo trading, so you can practice all these buttons here and understand what all these buttons here do on MEXC, okay? Before you start using your actual money, okay? Not financial advice, but I suggest you try to practice first on the demo account, which you have here on MEXC. And if you end up blowing up your account, you can always replenish it and try it again. Try out your strategies in your trading plan one more time here by replenishing your demo account here, okay? But yeah, guys, that's going to be it here for this tutorial video. Once again, be on the lookout for some more videos like this on the Meet Damien channel. And if you guys are new and you haven't subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing to the Meet Damien channel here. You can find me on YouTube or TikTok, okay? You can find me here on TikTok, where you can join me in the 5,000 followers here that I have, okay? And go ahead and click that follow button if you haven't done so already. And then as far as YouTube goes, okay, you can come join me on the Meet Damien channel here, and come join my subscribers here, where you'll see some more videos. You'll also see me go live as well, okay, where you can ask me questions on the live streams. I go live daily around 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. And if you don't have that much time, you can always check out the shorts here on YouTube. And then you can do some more learning on the videos here, where I have some videos here that show you, how to use the Fibonacci tool indicator, how to use the visual range volume profile indicator. And then, of course, we do have a beginner video on how to read a candlestick chart and how to read the RSI, MACD, and stochastic RSI indicators, okay? Guys, good luck trading and investing in whatever assets you decide to get into. Take care, guys.